film man dived in that water and got him. Did CPR and saved his life. Now, I was going to jump in the you know what? I can swim, but I ain't no lifeguard. And I know that trying to go out there and help that man, and then he grabbed my head and we both did it was not going to work. And even though he had pity, I sure was his neighbor that day. I was praying, but I was his neighbor that day. That film man who blew life back into his body was definitely his neighbor. And I'm sure the man who lived today.
Hey guys, who's in here? Hey guys, let me touch up my lips, but I still cannot see who's in my live. This is so annoying. But we'll get started here in a second. What the? So did you guys happen to catch Summer Walker's acceptance speech before I even get started? Man, Twitter is quick. Let me see. How do I see who's in here? This is annoying. Every time I come on here, this is like the situation. Who's in here? How do I see what's going on? Participants. What? Pop out chat. Nothing to see. We popped out. Restore chat. Participants cannot see them. Where are they? So annoying. I'm going to figure it out one day. Anyway, so hi everyone, whoever's in here. I don't know who it is, but hope you had a great Sunday. We're going to talk about Summer Walker, why she's so awkward in her acceptance speech, why she acts the way she does. I think she's absolutely adorable, but of course I'm biased because I actually have anxiety and some more stuff. So if you guys haven't seen the clip, let me show it to you now, because Twitter is just, and this, I can appreciate the humor in it. I mean, as far as like saying like, oh my gosh, she's so shy, ha ha ha, how cute. But like I said before on one of my videos when I explained about like social anxiety and shyness and the difference, just because you have anxiety doesn't mean you're shy. So I know people are not educated enough on it, and that's why they think it's so funny, which I'm not going to shun people for laughing. But when I looked at this video, it did seem like she was being laughed at. So I just wanted to provide some clarity as to why I think she acts the way she does, because Twitter seems to want to know why she acts the way she does. I know everybody is like, what is that? Like, you're an artist. Aren't you supposed to be confident? Aren't you supposed to have training on this? Aren't you supposed to go up there and take your award and just be like, yes, I earned this? Okay, so let me find the video. You guys, wow. Here we go.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect this. Thank you, LVRN, and thank you, London, on the track. I really appreciate it. Hi.
But you got to see her walk up. Like, I mean, she's so adorable to me. All right, well, she got up. If you're not from, just go on Twitter. It's all over Twitter. It's so unfortunate that people are making fun of her, but y'all don't understand, or they don't understand. I don't know. But to me, the way I see it is just like when you're performing at a show, and this is just my thought process, like whether it be me, like let's just say, for instance, I'm doing poetry. and I'm doing poetry for my fans, right? So they paid to come see me do poetry. So it's my understanding that these are the people that like me. These are the people that rock with me, and, they're on my side. So maybe I'm not as nervous. And it's like, people think that because she's an artist and because she is out there that she's not supposed to, like, that her social anxiety just goes away. No, like, she has to do her job. She has to, I mean, she's a new artist, so the training and stuff, she's learning how to be an artist. So that stuff doesn't always come overnight for everybody, especially somebody openly dealing with a mental health issue. So as far as her looking, like, when she got up, she was kind of like, oh shit. Like, I thought that, I didn't know that these things weren't rehearsed. I didn't know that they didn't know for real that they were receiving awards. I thought that this is something that they kind of go over, but I think that she's just more comfortable, or maybe her music is a way for her to soothe her own anxiety. And like with me, I can't just sit in my house every day, 365, and not tend to things that I have to do. I still have responsibilities. I still have a child. I still have things that I have to do. So sometimes, yeah, you have to force yourself into uncomfortable situations to live your life. Like, even if you go to therapy, they will tell you that. Like, they're not just gonna let you sit in your house 24/7. Like, there's different scales of, how they treat you. So I mean, health wise, that's just not healthy to do. So yeah, she is going to have to perform. She is going to have to go to work and maintain a well-being and have a love life. I don't know how well it's going to go, because I know my anxiety and stuff like that has been a factor in some of my relationships, and I know that. And just going to therapy and stuff like that, you learn that. So let me try to pull up this video, because the person that had recorded her was laughing. So I just felt like they were laughing at her in a malicious type of way. And I was like, oh no, let me hop on live, because people obviously do not know what it is like to have this. Like, people think, I can't be mad at people for not knowing. So let me just calm down. People really just think that social anxiety, depression, PTSD, bipolar looks a certain way, and it doesn't. That's why I was so open about me having it, because from the outside looking in, I look well put together and all that, but there's a lot of stuff going on inside. So, I'm just trying to give a face to this thing, if anything, and, just kind of let people know, like, you don't have to you don't have to look like you're thrown away to have a mental illness. Like, you can still pull it together, but I mean, I have to pull it together. I can't just walk around looking throw it away like that 24/7. Like, you know what I mean? So let me find this video. And there are people being very supportive of her, like on Instagram. Hey, boo, how you doing? People are being very supportive of her on Instagram and everything like that. And the other day when she posted her twerk video with her on London in the Track, people were saying stuff like, oh, I guess the anxiety is gone. Guys, again, that's not how this thing works. You are allowed to have a love life. You are allowed to, that doesn't, those two have nothing to do with each other. That could be her comfort zone. That could be her person that kind of subsides her anxiety a little bit. Doesn't mean it's gone away. It just kind of gives her that false sense of, yeah, mental health is so important. Like, it's a life or death situation, and people take it as a joke. It's not a joke. It's something that constantly you have to work on every single day of your life. And even on the good days, you have to know that there is going to be a bad day. Like, unfortunately, that's how this thing works, and it sneaks up on you sometimes. Sometimes you are okay, sometimes you're not okay. And Summer Walker, what I will say is that I don't know what training she's getting currently, if any, but I do feel like she could really thrive in the music business if she gets the therapy and training. Like, it's going to take time. Like, it's not going to be something overnight. You don't just go from a maid to like this perfect artist. Like, I don't think that's just how it goes. And if so, there's always things that people deal with inside the comfort of their own home. And then there's also, now I hate to say this, but this is just, kind of like a conspiracy theory, I guess. Now, she could have been told to play that up a little bit more because of everything that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the thumbs up. Please do that on your way in. I feel like my lighting is not right. Let me take these shoes off. They was all on Instagram like, why is she acting like that? Why is she doing that? Because she has anxiety. Like, what do you mean? Why is she acting like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have anxiety, then you wouldn't understand. Anxiety is different from depression. I'm trying to take these socks off. Jeez, they're all the way up to my kneecaps. They're different things. Like, they're totally different. Anxiety is like, it's a little bit tricky. It's very tricky. Oh my God. So I went shopping today with my daughter. And I'm just getting in, but excuse me. Somebody said Summer Walker is a prime example of why I keep my mental health issues private. Humans don't be worth-ish and will always lack compassion and sense till it's them or someone they love. People cap all day how they advocate for mental health, though. It just sucks because I know she sees all these things, and I don't know, I'm an empath, of course, so I feel like, dang, she gonna log in. This is a good moment for her. She's gonna log on and see all these hateful things. Like, I can't imagine how that would feel to wake up or to log on to my Twitter or my Instagram and to see like people making fun of something that really sucks. You're an empath too? Oh my gosh, so you get it. Okay, so somebody said, how the hell Summer Walker's social anxiety didn't stop her from being a stripper and letting random people slap money on her butt, but it stopped her from saying hello to folks who paid $200 to get a church hug. She was making her money. Like, that's the thing with anxiety. What did Tito Flex said? What did she say? I didn't hear it. Okay, let me play it back for you one time for the one time. It's very quick, so you're gonna have to look at it. Give me a second. It is tough, Rhoda-Vega. It's very tough because it's always like you're always under the microscope because people are always wondering, are you okay? Like, you feel like an alien, but it's like, it's like when you're trying to have a regular day, everyone's wondering, are you okay? And it's okay because people care and they want to make sure you're good. But then on the flip side, it's like, I'm actually having a good day today. Like, don't ask me. It's hard. It's very, very hard you get it? It's very, very hard. It really is like a living hell, honestly. You can't blame people though, because it's like they don't know what else to do. They want to make sure you're good. You know, you got your game face on because you got to show up with a smile on. Yeah, people think something is wrong even when people think something is wrong when I'm not smiling. Yep, me too. But I have RBF. So I'm working on now how to walk around like this. Like, it's hard. It's hard. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, friend. Let me see now.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect this. Thank you, LVRN, and thank you, London, on the track. I really appreciate it.
It's crazy though because I've seen celebrities like in the past. I've seen celebrities go on stage and accept an award just like that, like kind of like, hey, thank you, bye, like. But everything is under a microscope these days. That must have been really hard for her. I mean, think about it. At a show, like I said, me too. Me too. At a show, like I said, it's different from being at an award show. Like you don't know everybody at that award show. Are they all your fans? Do they think you're like, and then think about all the recent scrutiny she's been under lately. Like she's probably like, oh God, like, that's gotta be tough. Baby Brooks. Exactly. She seemed like she has stage fright. Stage fright, anxiety, yeah. Like I think because she don't know if those are y'all my people. I don't know. I know y'all been looking at everything that's been going on lately. It sucks because it's like, dang, it's almost like, damn, I don't even want to be successful because everybody gonna be looking at me. That's why I never really pursued a music career because my stage fright was killing me. I remember when I was in was it called treble choir? Not treble choir. That was the boys one. Anyways, I forget. I was in high school a long time ago, but there was this choir, right? And it was like you had to try out, and you were only allowed to have 16 girls. Now I can sing. I have a beautiful voice. I'm a soprano. However, the crowd, people looking at me, oh my God, it makes me want to just crawl into a hole. So I tried out, and the only reason I think I made it is because I was in music class and my teacher and I had like a close relationship. And once everybody started singing, you know, their different parts and stuff like that, I was able to sing. It took a long time though, and I got comfortable with my class. And so we would have just jam out sessions and stuff like that. And then we would have concerts, and I would be so happy and excited for people to hear my voice. But at the same time, I would be so nervous that it would cause my voice to tremble. So when one day we had a tryouts for this thing, I forget what it was, but we had to like ride the bus out of town. And I was like so freaking nervous, like just so nervous. And so you went in there, it was like, was it cathedral? I don't know what you call it, but I guess it was like cathedral, like size room, like the chairs go up, 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 up. It was huge. Like, and I've been in like orchestra, band, all that stuff. So, but it's something about me singing and speaking that makes me extremely nervous. So I went to sing. I didn't get the part. I was so nervous. Like my voice was not controlled. It was all over the place. And that is just something that, I don't know. It just takes time and like extreme confidence to be able to just kill it. But yeah, I'm glad that she has London on the track on her side, because you always need like really, really, really good family members or loved ones that can love you through all the different phases of anxiety, because it's like one day you're good, the next day you're not. And like I said, I have anxiety, depression, PTSD. And so it's very, very tough, and it's always a struggle. And I always feel like out of control, so to speak, when I'm around people. That's why I like to be home a lot, and it's my safe place. And like, I don't have to worry about anybody like looking at me, wondering if I'm okay. And it's like, you're very, like being an empath, you're very highly intuitive. So you know that the other person is like kind of looking through you. You're not that late, boo. We're just talking about, thank you. I just came back from shopping with my baby. We're just talking about Summer Walker and how everybody is making fun of her. I can't find the freaking video that I was just watching before I got on live, because I wasn't coming on live, but I was like, I gotta say something. This is my arena. This is my zone. I know this, so I gotta say something. But the person who was recording her was laughing so bad at her, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, let that girl be. That girl is so talented. I really hope, like I said, that she's able to, I don't know. I can't say get past this because this is something that you got to live with. But I just hope she's able. They got to train her because I don't want this to stop her growth, and I don't want her to quit because everybody is making a spectacle of her. I think she's a badass bitch for even like doing what she's doing because she's better than me. I just, like I said, I can't even do it. I can't even sing for people because I'm just like, do not look at me. Have y'all ever seen Coyote Ugly? I always say this, Coyote Ugly, I'm the girl where it's like, he's like, oh, what can I do to make you sing for me? And she's like, do you really want to know? Disappear? That's me. I used to have to make my parents, I sang my parents a song before and I actually made them turn around. People think it's the silliest thing, but it's literally, oh my God, like you just want to die. She's such a bad chick. And people are like, well, she got surgery. She got this. She got that. Ain't nothing wrong with her. It's like, you don't even know. You don't even know. And then like with me, people always think that I'm just super standoffish, which I am. But I'm actually very nice. It's just that you kind of got to come up to me first. Like sometimes if I'm having a good day, I will be kind of outgoing and I'll speak to people and stuff like that. But most of the time, I don't know. My energy enters the room, but I don't say anything. I kind of just sit back and then everybody just kind of like gravitates towards me. Not to sound cocky or whatever, but that's just what it is. People gravitate towards me and then I open up, but not too much because people just want to know stuff about you to use it against you later. And also with anxiety, like you constantly have your guard up and you're constantly thinking like 20, 30 steps ahead. Sometimes you could be wrong. You put all these different scenarios in your head and they may not even be true. But that's just what it is. Like you're constantly like, you see what I'm saying? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I'm such a psychopath. Dakota Styles, love your brows. You look like a bag of money. Thank you, boo. Trill visuals, anxiety, oh my God. Like right now I'm sweating like a pig. It is something. But today I was proud of myself. Like, I mean, I don't know. Let me tell y'all something. I gotta tell y'all a quick little story time. Do y'all have time? Let me know. Something that just happened the other day. And it has to do with mental health. I hope y'all had a good Sunday. What y'all was up to today? I wasn't gonna come on. I have a video edited, ready for y'all. I'm gonna drop it tomorrow. But I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh. But if by some crazy chance at fate, Summer Walker ever sees these videos, Summer Walker, we fool with you, girl. You got time? Okay, good. At least my boo got time. So I'm about to tell y'all this story. Let me play this video. Have y'all not seen the video? Let me play it for y'all one more time. The Summer Walker acceptance speech. Oh, you're watching Shira? Oh my God. I was watching her last night and my daughter was like, what is a dusty? I was like, girl, let me let you know right now. I'm training her up early. But my daughter is an Aquarius, so chances are she ain't gonna fool with nobody that ain't got no coin. Here we go. Y'all ready? And then I'm gonna tell y'all my story. Oh my gosh. My phone be acting crazy. I thought, is she not trending? I'm almost scared because I just want her in London to work out. I want them to last because he seems to have a lot of patience to not deal with, but to help her through what it is she has, what it is she's going through. And that's so very important. To have somebody that, even if they don't understand it 100%, that they're just there for you through thick and thin. And I can tell that that is someone that is very, very important in her life, especially those moments where you just want to cry and cry and cry. And you just feel so like the world is, I don't know. I got a lot of things going on right now. Wow. Sorry. Give me 1 second. One second, guys. It's really hard. I apologize for that. Yeah. It's really hard when you do open up to people that you think love you and you show them that side and you do get very vulnerable and they are not who you thought they were. And I really hope that that doesn't happen to her. Yeah, I'm fine. I have issues. I'm fine. I apologize, you guys, but this is very real. I just really don't. I just know what it feels like. And I don't think she can afford to have him leave her. So I appreciate it. Ah, man, this shit is crazy. You don't ever even see it coming. It's like I was fine all day today. What was I going to look up for you guys? Oh, yeah. Let me tell you guys this story. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. Thank you. I'm about to wipe my face off. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Damn, I wasn't going to say this. I know what that feels like. And it makes you mad. These are not tears of sadness. It makes you mad that you ever opened up to somebody that clearly didn't deserve you that way. Okay? So anyway, the other day I went to an appointment, and now I have to be careful about the details of the appointment, but you guys know I'm a veteran, okay? So the other day I went to an appointment and I didn't know what the appointment was for, because sometimes they just schedule you these appointments or whatever, but apparently it was just like my checkup with my primary care provider. So I go or whatever, and I was talking to the nurse about like my issues for that day or whatever and what's been going on or whatever. And I was like, look, she was asking me questions. I was like, look, I'm going to answer your questions, but at the same time, like, there is something that I need to tell you. So she was like, okay. So I was like, look, this is the second time, like, PETA, the diva. I'm a veteran too. I know your struggle. I appreciate it. Like I do. Listen, y'all, I really apologize. Like I really, 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 y'all seen I was just fine. But I feel for Summer Walker. And I appreciate that. Okay. So let's just get to it. Okay. So the other day, yeah. And I'm like, look, this is the second time that I've requested for a different provider because my provider, there's like a language barrier there, but that's not the main issue that, well, it could be, I'm not sure, but after all these years that I've been going there, like the time before the last time, she was so short with me and it's like 9 months in between when you can see these providers. So it's like you got to like write down what's been going on so that you can remember to tell them at your next appointment because you can't always just get in with them. So, and in the meantime and in between time, I go see other providers. Plus, I used to work at a doctor's office, so I was able to get care. Sorry, guys, I'm still kind of like, ugh. Okay, but so I was like, yeah. So there's been some things going on, and I just don't feel like she's the provider for me because she doesn't ask me a whole lot of questions. Like the last time that I had gone there, she was kind of like, okay, so everything's good? Okay. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I got pissed. I was pissed. So that time I had wrote some paperwork exactly 9 months. I can't see my provider, and that's all you have to say to me. So I had given the paperwork to the administration in the front to change providers. Now, the appointment after that, I still was scheduled with her. So I was like, okay, but I just was like, let it go, let it go, let it go, which is a part of my problem. So this time I was like, so they scheduled with her again. So I was like, all right, cool. So I gave the nurse the paperwork again. So they have these highlighted areas that you have to say like why you want to change providers, whatever. So I was filling it out and something told me, well, just write she's nice in there because I don't want the woman to lose her job. I don't know how many times she's been written up for these things or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me being an empath. Y'all feel me? So it was like, something about it was just like, say she's a nice lady. So I wrote out my little thing or whatever. She's short with me. And then they have like this portal online where you can kind of just get like a faster response. But the guy nurse that used to respond to me, he was a dick. So it was like, it was pointless. And I would ask like a plethora of questions and then he would only answer one. But that's just the man. I'm sorry, guys, but y'all kind of don't answer all the questions that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all kind of pick one or two and y'all address that. And then that's it, whatever. But you're a health professional guy. I'm going to need you to address all my concerns. So whatever. So, yeah. So, So I was like, she gives me short answers. She doesn't really get into like my real concerns. I feel like she kind of takes my mental health as a joke and my sleeping issues and stuff like that. So, and I also wrote on there, she's a nice lady, but not the provider for me. So the nurse was like, okay, yeah, just sit it down and I'll come back and get it, acting all discreet. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like we got a little secret society going on. No, girl. So she leaves and she comes back in a couple minutes. She gets my paper or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So That's yep. Yeah, it's a struggle. Yeah, I'm about to make some phone calls this week, okay? But just lost my whole train of thought. Okay, yeah. So she leaves out, comes back or whatever. Well, my provider comes through the door like a bat out of hell. And so I'm over there looking down, whatever. And she comes to the door and she's like, Miss Ross? And I'm like, yes. Hello. She's like, I never got this paper before. When I get these papers, I do blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking like, are you serious right now? Like, do you know who you're talking to right now? Like, I can't get into the specifics, but just know stuff like that could definitely set me off. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I was like, So they just have no type of couth, like at all. Like, so I was like, okay, well, I was gonna tell her I wasn't saying that I gave the paperwork to you before, but she cut me off. She cut me off, and she was obviously pissed, and I could tell because her energy was thrown off. So when she sat down, so now they do this thing where they grab a chair and they sit down next to you. She used to sit across from me or whatever with her little rolly desk, but she rolled, she put her chair next to me, and like they put the laptop up so you could see what they're putting or whatever, and I could see her chest. I was like, oh, she's pissed. Well, I'm pissed too, because you don't talk to mental health patients like that. So, or patients period, but you have to be careful with mental health patients, and I thought that she would know better, but obviously not. Her emotions were definitely showing. And so I was like, okay, so now we have to sit here and go through all what's been going on, however long since I've last seen you, and you have a whole attitude. So now I got an attitude. So yeah, so we went through everything, and then at the end of it, I had mentioned something about my hearing because like it's weird. Like I used to go to the range a lot, and it was really loud. And them little earbuds, I don't know if you guys ever see the commercials. You have to stick those things really deep in your ear, but you can still hear. It's a whole thing. Not to mention being downrange, and it's a lot. So there's a lawsuit going on. I didn't look into it, but I still need to address like my hearing issues because I already brought it up on the little computer and they keep on saying nothing about it. So when she was wrapping up the whole meeting or whatever, I watched her and I was like, why did she forget about my hearing? Why did she forget about my hearing? So I was like, what about my hearing? She was like, oh, that's right. It's like, bruh, do y'all not have a template, or you just going off of what? It was crazy. So I just was pissed, and I was like, I need to make a video about this because you cannot be treating mental health patients like this. Like, what if I had gone off on her? Like, I went off on her before because she wasn't giving me what I needed, and they ended up sending me upstairs to behavioral health. But I'm sorry, Peta the Diva. I was looking at your message, and then I seen it. Glamazante had came on. Girl, the VA is a struggle. I use TRICARE for my mental health treatment. Sometimes patient advocacy can help, but you have to talk to the right person. We have to find the right person for us. Yeah, it is so difficult because everywhere you go, you get different answers. It's like you really gotta be on top of your care, or you're not gonna get it. And your hearing goes in and out. It's like being on an airplane. It does. It goes in and out, and then I hear like, and it's like, oh my God, it's annoying, honestly. And so when I asked her about it, yeah, Trill Visuals, that she lost her freaking mind. No, tell me about community care. It's just annoying and frustrating, all the things that happen to you after you get out years later and fighting for what's owed to you, frankly. If you gave your service, then I see nothing wrong with you getting compensated for the pieces of you that didn't come back from downrange. And that's as frank as I can put it. And I don't want anyone, I'm not saying that for like sympathy or anything, because I did what I did and I did what I had to do. But I am not the same person. If you can't get an appointment within 3 months, they refer you to a civilian doctor in the community. Facts. Thank you for that. When I was working that's another reason, I don't know if I've told y'all this or not, but that's another reason that I had to stop working at the place I was working at. the amount of care that I truly need and the amount of therapy that in anger management, they wanted me to go to anger management, yo. But the care that I truly need, there was no way. I was neglecting my care just off the simple fact that I had to hustle. I had to get my money. I had to go to work. And then it was only 2 of us that were in my department. And it was insane. Anger management is fun. Oh my God. Tell me, is it anything like the movie? I told them, no, I'm not going to that. I was like, y'all gonna have to find something else because I'm not gonna sit in a room. Like, I'll pop off. The only way that I've been able to, I've been trying to work on, it's hard to work on things yourself because you really have no idea what you're doing. I'm just making it. Honestly. I think, oh my God, that makes me anxious to talk about anger management because I don't think I could do it. I was seeing this one therapist a few years ago. He was really chill and I told him everything that was going on or whatever. And he was like, you know what? The only thing that I think would help you is probably medicinal marijuana. I was like, are you kidding me right now? The one I went to, she used a book to teach you about the science. Let me tell you something. I had this one dude at my doctor's office, and everything was going cool with him, but he kept asking me about working out. And at the time I wasn't working out. That was a tough time. I had little to no drive to do anything except for care for my daughter. Other than that, I was just like going through the days, and it was some medication that they had me on too that was just like, I was like a zombie, and I was sleeping like, it's embarrassing. I was sleeping all day. But he pissed me off because he kept mentioning me working out. And this dude was fat. And I have nothing against fat people, but it's like, bruh, you are not in the position to be asking me that. That's how I felt at the time. But he was pissing me off because it was like, that's all he kept talking about. But one good thing that he did do for me, I'm going to show you guys. It was this book. It really wasn't about talking about your feelings. See, I have to talk about my feelings, but I can't talk about my feelings to everybody. You sound like me. You need an outlet to relieve your stress. I agree with that. It's just like sometimes the way people come across, and when I'm looking at you and your like stomach is like on your knees damn near, it's like, and then he was trying to minimize. I see the thing for me, I felt like if he was using the tactic of, see, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. If he was using that tactic, he was trying to, it felt like to me, he was trying to minimize everything. So he would be like, so what do you like to do? And at the time I was like heavy into like makeup tutorials. So I was like, well, I like to do makeup. I've been doing makeup and that's like my escape. Summer Walker. Singing is her escape. Makeup was my escape. I was like, that's my escape. He was like, oh, my wife does that or whatever. So yeah, so it's not that bad. And I'm like, hold on real quick. Let me show you guys this book. And you guys, I bet you've heard of this book, but if you haven't, hold on. I keep getting up. I'm so annoying. Whew. Okay. Look at this. I really need to chill. Heard of this? This is the book that he recommended to me. No? Well, this is where I am in the book. This is a really good book to me because I gotta look up the author's birthday, but to me, it feels like I wrote this damn book. It's a very easy read. But it's very straightforward. But what it really taught me is that the way I look at things sometimes is just wrong because of the anxiety, because of the scenarios that we put in our own head, and in the way you expect people to do, you expect you from people. And that book is really showing me that you shouldn't. Like, for example, I love it. I do love it. It's just that I've been trying to make more time to sit down and read because, this is the era of social media. I do love the book and I've been, taking my time reading it, but it's really an easy read. It's really easy to understand. One thing that stood out to me in the book was this part about, you know what? Hold on. So, constant positivity is a form of avoidance, not a valid solution to life's problems. Problems, which, by the way, if you're choosing the right values and metrics, should be invigorating to you and motivating to you. Negative emotions are a necessary component of emotional health. To deny that negativity is to perpetuate problems rather than to solve them. We are not responsible for other people's feelings and emotions. You can only control your own feelings and reactions to things. That is such a true statement. And that is something that I am just now learning. And it's so sad to say, but I've been living my whole life a different type of way. Sounds similar to what my anger management lady said. Well, maybe she was right. And then we have problems add a sense of meaning and an importance to our life. But one thing that really stood out to me in this book was something about family relationships. And it was basically saying something about how this person felt like they were a failure because, let's just say, them and their brother, they hardly talk, and and it was like, well, when you guys do talk, do you get along? And they're like, yeah. And it's like, well, why do you think it's a problem? And breaking it down, and it's because we look at other people's relationships with their families, and maybe they talk to their family every day, maybe they are around their family every day, and we think that that is the standard metric of how we're supposed to be, but it's just not always like that. And just because you're not always around someone doesn't necessarily mean that there's a problem. It doesn't necessarily mean that you love each other less. You just know that when you do, you just know that you may not behave the way other families behave. Like, let me see if I could try to find that. Here, oh my God. Did I just open right to it? It's been helping me though. It just is. I don't know. It's just, it seems, yeah, the way we think about things is definitely a huge part of it. Yeah. So basically, our little failures that we have, we beat ourselves up about it like crazy, but it should be used as motivation. I know sometimes if something goes wrong, I dissect it like 50 million times and I blame myself and I don't know, I just focus too much on it instead of just like, okay, it happened. What can you do different? Move on. I used to be able to I used to know how to do that, but I'm having to teach myself that again. Have you heard of Wounded Warrior Project? I've heard of it. But any information that you have, I'll take. Where I live, it's a military town, so I see everybody with those things. Another thing, they have great resources. Yeah, I have a lot of things I actually have to get into this week regarding. Oh, you're in Texas. What part? Regarding like the veteran services and stuff like that. I'm always reluctant to talk about it because I don't know. I just don't want I don't want anything to get messed up. Fort Hood. I've heard different things about Fort Hood. You're in Austin, Texas. Yeah, that's right. You are in Texas. I heard Texas was popping. But Colleen. So which one are you in, Peta? So Colleen, Fort Hood, same thing. When I was in, I met a lot of people from Texas. I met a lot of people from Texas. I met a lot of people from LA. I heard Texas it's just hot, like hot. Is it really like racist down there? I heard that too. Like what, Austin? It's cold right now. Oh my God, it's so brick here. It is so cold here. Like it went from summer to, I think everybody is cold right now. That's all I've been seeing. Same here. I just moved here, was hella hot, but it's cold now, but no snow. Yay. Do y'all get snow down there? Where I live at, I live in North Carolina. Where I live at, if it snows, like, or if they even, say it's going to snow, the kids are out of school, period. Everybody up north be mad. Random snow moments. Really? Texas weather is super bipolar. What? I never knew this. I thought I lived in Michigan. It's snowing there now. Oh, no. I cannot do Michigan. I've met a couple people from Michigan, though. It's weird. What? That's crazy. I was thinking about moving to Texas. Jobs be open and everything. Oh, what about Chicago? Have y'all ever been there? I could not. I feel like people that live in cold places like that are just pissed for no reason. Nah. Damn, I actually just sat here and had an emotional breakdown. That's crazy. In Texas, you leave the house in a sweater and then by noon you're hot. By evening you need an umbrella. Okay, hi North Carolina. Except for it gets so humid here, like you want to slap somebody. It's so humid. But today it was like the other day it was cold and raining, just cold and raining, like that cuddle up weather. And then today it was like, and then the next day it was like, all right, like not even barely cold. T. Marie said you have to have your umbrella, jacket, and shorts on deck. Y'all are like, Texas is like that. Never been to Chicago. I'm from Philadelphia, but I left there when I was like 7-ish. And I've been down here ever since. They want me to they be trying to like make me show or hide certain comments. Held for review. Let's see. Noted, PETA, because I can't function when it's hot here though. I've been dealing with it so long here that I think I'm used to it, but every single year it seems more humid than the next. I can deal with That's why at one point I wanted to move to the islands because I can deal with it being hot, but the humidity, you've been living there all your life. How them sugar daddies down there though? Texas is cool though. Lots of veterans. Great state for veterans. That's what's up. See, it's a lot of veterans here, but everybody is out for self here. Stay away from Canada. I want to go to Canada so bad. I want to see Toronto. Girl, I'm from Jamaica. I love Jamaica. Oh my God. I love Montego Bay. You probably like, girl, that ain't. It's hot in the islands. Well, it is hot in the islands. I just went to Turks and Caicos this summer. Yeah, this summer. And I went to the Virgin Islands last summer. Turks and Caicos was so hot to the point where I got up and put on makeup and I was like drenched. It was no point. It's hot in the island. Like my wig was sliding. Like we went kayaking one day. Not kayaking, canoeing or whatever. And I didn't think I was gonna make it. I was freaking just dripping, like getting out the shower, putting on clothes. It was like, why am I even putting on clothes? But I just love the islands. I love the vibes. I love the people. I love the water. I love the food. I love the islands. I remember when we went to the Virgin Islands last year. Beat was melting. It was sweltering. Vibes is definitely nice. Jamaica. Oh my God. I went to Jamaica when I was like 12, 13, 14. I don't remember. I was young. I went for a wedding and it was like it was a family on another side, whatever. And they had got really rich out of nowhere. I don't know, whatever. They had started some software company, whatever. And they had like everything was paid for, and the guys were riding by on their little bikes with the things on their head, delivering food. And it was the most beautiful place I had ever been. Parties are dope in Jamaica. I was so young, but I bet. When I went to Turks this past time, I met this guy. He was a Gemini. He was from Kingston. And Miss Diane, her sweet little self, she was from Kingston too. And she was like, if you ever come back, call me. Oh, wait, how do I say? Call me. I usually am good at accents, but I'm shy. Call me. You'll stay at my house. I do. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to find someone to go with. If not, I'm gonna start traveling by myself because I don't have any friends. Spanish Town. Never heard of that. Shut up, Troll Visuals. Call me. She said I could come to her house. Shoot, they was making me. Boy, I drank this one thing. It had all kind of stuff in it. I don't know what you call it, but thing had me feeling right. Matter of fact. Let me see if I can find y'all some. Y'all seen the vlog? It's up. It's vlogs up. Let me see if I can find it. We had exchanged numbers too. We were texting and stuff, and she had calmed me down because this one lady had made me mad. Everybody be making me mad, but the energy is just different. Like I love island time. Like if they have any worries in their life, you'll never know it. You'll never know it. The things that we think are so pressing and stuff, man, ain't nothing. Let's see. Call me now. Y'all stop. Listen to this.
I know this, I can't tell you that, but I want you. Do you like this government? under this government, government, which one is the best? Let me tell you something. I have experience. No, I've experienced this one before, and the other one.
I've met some good people. It's crazy because like every time we would go out of the country and we would go somewhere like I don't know, like when we went to the Virgin Islands, we went to this one little festival or whatever, and they were doing like all these different kind of wings and stuff like that. People who already watched the videos, then probably you probably did. They was in there cooking breakfast for us every morning, everything. But we went to this little wing festival, so we took a ticket and it was like all these different vendors and they all had like different flavors of wings, white people, black people, just it was so different. It was just like everybody was one, everybody was helping each other. It was just love. It was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. And we were trying all these different wings and like we ended up linking up with this girl who worked at the hotel. She was driving us around everywhere. Like it was like, girl, I want to move out here. It was dumpling if it was breakfast. Yeah. It was just cool, man. The water, like I didn't do anything. All I wanted to do every time I would wake up in the morning, I would get ready, I would put on my little bathing suit, and I would get right in the water. The first day we got there, we went in the room, put our stuff down. I said, I gotta get in the water. I went straight in the water, and it was some white guys out there just in the middle of the ocean. They had beer cans in their hand. They were just chopping it up. Of course, me, I just walk right out there. Hey y'all, whatever. And at that point I felt free. I mean, hell. So I started talking with them. They were like medical insurance, something, something. I don't know. I don't know. It felt like something out of a movie, but they were like, yeah, we got a wife and kids back home, whatever, whatever. Yeah, we've been out here for like, what they say, like 2 weeks. I'm like, what? And we were just kicking it. And then we went to the bar. People was just buying us shots. It was all love. Like, it was nothing like being here and everybody just got to stick up their ass. Let me see if I can find this pictures from us being on those boats. I gotta redo Jamaica. Like that's I don't know. That was my place there. That was my place. Now I'm older, I'm grown, and then I'll be wanting to go off the the visitors trail or whatever. I'll be wanting to go other places that I ain't really supposed to be at. But like I said, I always seem to run into people that they just fool with me and whoever I'm with. They just fool with us and they want to take us out on a boat or whatever. Let me see. Where's my Google Photos? But I'm about to get off soon, you guys. But I want to find these pictures real quick so I can show y'all. But I really wanted to, talk about summer, and I don't want to come down on people because I realize people really just don't know. People really just aren't really that educated about mental health. And so we all gotta kind of work together with it. I mean, I still got pissed, but I was like, you know what? People don't think it's really a thing, but the people that have it, you definitely know it can be crippling at times. It really can. And sometimes it's not even worth it to even talk about because, you know, you don't think people are going to understand it, or you think people are going to think you're trying to make a cop out or whatever. Excuse me? She does need help. I swear to God, I don't know how she's doing. How do y'all feel about now this is something I don't know what's up with that altar. What's going on with that? Your connection is unstable. What? Wait, what? What's going on with the altar? Am I still here? She had an altar with a lot of candles and I don't know if I saw for sure the witch's stuff, but it did look like the witch stuff. I don't know. I'm just asking because I don't know. My connection's lagging. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, is that how she's able to cope? Is it because I don't know what that is. I'm not even gonna sit here and I don't know what that is. I'm Catholic. I was born Catholic. It's not that I'm not open to things because I actually am. I just don't understand what it is. That was the Virgin Islands. We met this really cool guy and he took us out on his boat. And that was one of the best days ever, honestly. Anyways, guys, yeah, like I said, the reason that I got emotional earlier, just because my mom watches these lives and I just left from her house and I know she's going to say, well, I thought you said you were okay. I am okay. I don't feel what someone's going through, but I know how that can feel. And then to think of it being magnetized times millions is like, oh my God, like I feel bad for her. And then I also feel bad that once you do open yourself up to someone and they know all your weaknesses and your triggers and stuff like that, people use you. They play on your weaknesses, they play on your anxiety and your depression, and they think you're weak and they think you're dumb, but you're not. And I just hope that her in London are to last because, like I said, I feel like that is her safe place. I don't know. Maybe she meditates. Okay, that's why I don't like humans. Oh my God, you sound like me. I'm always like, I'm not a human. I'm an alien. Earth is ghetto. Oh my God. Okay, so this was Virgin Islands. Everybody just in the water. And it was crazy too because, this was me back then, y'all. I ain't have no hair. I had the blonde Amber Rose. Whoop, that box. I met this girl from Puerto Rico. Oh my God, I have too many stories. I'm a unicorn. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That is crazy. I be saying the same thing. Like, leave me alone. Anyways, enough of that. Thank you. This girl, okay, so I'm in the water in the Virgin Islands, and I'm just out there just like chilling by myself, having a good time. And she like comes out of nowhere like a mermaid, and I'm like, oh, hey girl. And she's like, hey, can I talk to you? Like, yeah. And I don't know what it is. People just talk to me. They just tell me things. And it's like, okay, fine. If you need someone to talk to, fine. But it sucks because I'm an empath and I like feel everything. And it's like, after you get done, I'm drained, but go off, girl. So she's like, oh, what do you do? All these things. And she told me she does makeup too. She was a makeup artist too, and she's like big time and all this stuff. And like then she was like, she was out there with her boyfriend. I'm like, oh word. And I'm like, where's he at? She's like, over there somewhere. He doesn't love me. She was drunk as hell. I was like, oh girl. And she just started telling me about how like he's married and they like and like he had a baby and he wanted to propose to her. It was the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. I was like, oh shit. Why did I even let this girl start talking to me? And she, I don't know. I'm a Gemini. What's your sign? Peta. I don't know. I don't know where that story just came from. Oh my God. What is wrong with me? And matter of fact, after that, I don't even know where she went. I don't know. Taurus. Interesting. I must be honest with you. That social anxiety fueled when she went up, that was like the shortest acceptance speech of all time. It was. It was. And like I said before on another video, somebody said she chose the wrong profession. I don't believe she chose the wrong profession. I just believe that her artistry is going to be different. Her journey is going to be a little bit different. She's probably going to be something like a Janae Aiko. Because I don't know. I feel like she's going to be one of those artists that kind of is low key, but still popping. But it's like, it's out of her control right now because she's just being thrown out. And I could not even imagine I don't even know how she's able to enjoy her. I don't know if she even I made a video about how she got her start and all that stuff because I was explaining to people like, why she, she's not used to the fame. She was thrown into it. So, PETA, I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. Tauruses, I don't like male Tauruses. I'll just put it like that. I get along with female Tauruses, but the last one that I was friends with, she like her horn started like popping out really bad, and she like thought I was lying about something that I really truly wasn't lying about, and I don't know. We're not friends anymore. Male Tauruses definitely suck. King Corrupt, I know he's a Taurus, Rhoda Vega, and I don't like him either. I like his music, and I think he's a wonderful artist, but I think he's an asshole, and I think that he is just a prick, and I got turned off from him with the whole Rihanna, and like I'm still not healed from that. Like, yeah, I mean, I believe that. Well, and then I feel like he was beating on Karrueche too, so I'm just like, you're a woman beater. I don't like you. But I do like his music, but I haven't purchased anything since that. I have literally not. Taurus people are sometimes misunderstood, and I can sympathize with that because Geminis are definitely misunderstood. Tauruses, we do mesh, we do get along, but you guys are very practical, and I am very like whimsical. Yes, y'all do go hard. Y'all do go hard. I just sometimes it's mistaken for anger, and you guys say that it's passionate, but for me, when me and that person got into it, I felt like, well, for one, when I'm friends with a female, like I don't do the cuss outs. Like if we're at the point where we're cussing each other out and all that, then we're not friends anymore. I know. Can you start over? I just got here. Oh man, Jacqueline. And I have a lot of gray area, PETA. But you know what? You're supporting me. I've just had some experiences that have made me like, ugh, the males, I cannot. But the females, y'all are cool. I like 7 stars. I love 7 stars. So, Jacqueline, basically, I had a whole meltdown. Nah, I was just talking about Summer Walker's acceptance speech and how Twitter and Instagram were being very nasty to her. And I was just trying to provide some information because I suffer from anxiety, depression, and PTSD. And I definitely know what it's like to be socially awkward. So I was just telling everybody, like, you know, she can be socially awkward and she can have anxiety and still do her job. She can still perform because I think music is a healing thing for her. And then she may also want to help heal others. But with the climate of things that have been going on recently, I feel like in that moment that she was accepting her award and stuff, I kind of feel like she just was like, ugh, everything's been going on lately. I don't know if these people are laughing at me. Is everybody laughing at me? I feel stupid. Like, it's so many things that could have been going through her head. It's just like constantly overthinking. And I was just trying to like help everybody like understand like what that is. I know it's only a little bit of people in here right now, but like tomorrow or later when this is posted, like more people are gonna see it. So that's what I was doing. Why did you retract your message? Hmm. Yeah, some things are black and white for a lot of things are black and white for me, PETA. It just depends on what it is, honestly. But I honestly feel like I need to be more black and white because I be bending too damn much. Just to keep it a buck. I be bending too much to where I'm swaying all over the place. That's good that you have that in you because what I be doing, mm-mm. It mm. Yeah, I think a lot I guess all Tauruses are just built that way. That's why I don't know, like, a lot of the things I talk about is the gray area, is the what if such and such and such and such. And I think you guys kinda be like, "No, it's this." And I'd be like, "But what if it's this?" I'm gonna go, guys. I really enjoyed our talk. And I really and it's a lot of new people in here, and my old people are in here too, so I appreciate y'all coming through. I didn't even expect to be on this long, but I hope you guys have a great start of the week, and I'm glad that y'all let me, like, cry with you guys, even though I'm so mad about it. Take a boo-boo, girl? What you mean? It was a great conversation. It was. It was much needed. It felt really good. So, I hope you guys have a great start of your week. Girls got a boo boo. Why are you talking about boo booing? Bye. Oh my God. Okay, guys. Bye. Definitely. Talk to you guys later. You're a lame, Oak Park. I'm out. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much. Hit the like button on your way out.